which means that you win the sandwich toaster that we've been trying to get rid of for weeks. See you next time on Every Second Counts. Bye-bye.
Now on BBC One, we return to Bala in North Wales, where the fast-flowing River Tryweryn once again challenges the international canoeists in the grand final of Paddles Up.
Welcome back to the banks of the River Tryweryn at Bala in North Wales for the climax of this year's Paddles Up. We've reached the stage when the 8 best-placed competitors from the heats have battled their way through the severest of tests to reach the final. And this year, the finalists for the Norwich Union Trophy are evenly split between competitors from overseas and those paddlers from Britain. So, John Gosling, how do you see the final going?
Well, my money's still on Ian Wiley. He had a really good performance, but Melvin Jones in the heats came through so strongly, he must be in with a chance as well.
Well, let's now go straight up to the start and check on the names for the paddlers for this year's final.
Anne Boixel from France. She wasn't one of the favourites to reach the final, but produced an impressive performance to finish second in her heat. Rachel Fox keeping up the family tradition, and in her first Paddles Up, she was the winner of the ladies' heat. Peter Francis, the first of our junior paddlers, but fiercely competitive. He'll be out to challenge the seniors, and so will this young man, Peter Buckley, who came through to win the junior heat and so maintain his outstanding form this season. Marian Strukel from Yugoslavia, new to Paddles Up, but not to top-class competition, quite capable of producing a run to challenge the favourites. Ian Wiley is definitely one of the favourites. The Irishman is at the peak of his form and confident of winning Paddles Up for the first time. Michael Rice, another of our overseas competitors from Holland, benefiting from full-time training in Munich, a real dark horse. Melvin Jones, by far the fastest in the heats with a superb performance and very much the paddler in form. So it's Anne Boixel of France, ranked second in her country, setting off on a course which demands world-class manoeuvres, John.
Yeah, she's come down round the 360-degree pole. Now there's a very high target there which she hits, and she now comes across to a downstream green gate, and this is the new thing in here for the final, Chris. Now she's got to break out left, and she's made a mistake, so she's had to go right. Now where she is, she's in real trouble here. This is on the dogleg, we call it, on the Tryweryn River. So now she's got to come up the eddy on the left-hand side, and she's got to come across this fast-flowing water. She won't be very pleased with herself there.
This, I think, John, is the fastest flowing water we've seen on Paddles Up for many years, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a tremendous release. It's a full Tryweryn release. There goes the buzzer. Now she's got to get across back to where she was, and coming down the chute is a ball. She catch the ball, and she's got to hit that yellow target. Now she's made the decision to paddle up, but some of the paddlers might throw it from there. This is really wasting time for her now.
And waste time she did with a combined total of 2:35.15. What now will Rachel Fox make of this in her first Paddles Up? Certainly we've seen from Anne Boixel that it's tough going all the way.
Yeah, she's coming down now. She's being fairly cautious, really. She's missed the target. You hear the scream from her there. She really underestimated that. Remember, they're not allowed to practice. She's clipped that gate. Now she's much better and much faster than Anne into this manoeuvre here. So now she's got to pull that down. The hooter goes. Now she's got to really drive across, Chris, to get to that ball.
Yes, tremendous fun to watch this. The ball actually beat her into the water, and of course once it gets into the water it's devilishly difficult to control. We can see there, look at the speed of it being taken away. Now she's got to work out whether it's worth her time to try and negotiate, get the ball, and whether she's going to go back upstream and to try and hit the target. I think a good decision there. She had no chance of hitting the target, but she was going to waste so much time. And in fact, she continued to have difficulties and finished in a time of 2 minutes 48.98. Oh, we've so enjoyed the determination of this young man, Peter Francis, but John, will he be able to attack this course with the same sort of aggressiveness as he showed in the heats?
Well, he's certainly looking mean at the moment as he comes down. Oh, and what a second attempt. That could have put him out to line now. For that brilliant recovery there from Peter. Driving round, I know he's so determined to do well.
Tremendous agility. He's accomplished a sportsman in many sports, this young man. So he's got agility, and he's certainly got the determination and the courage. He's not quite, though, got the aim, but again, he hasn't wasted a second. He just took the risk that he would try from a long range, but he hasn't wasted any time.
And he's took the kite on a downstream move, so he's really flying down this course. I know Peter really wants to take the men's scalps here. Coming down, he's got caught in the stopper there, the way turning back on himself. He's using that one to help him get through the chicane as he comes round. He's carrying the kite in his teeth, so it's going to be interesting if he can deposit it.
Well, this is a very fast time. He had no problems there. That's perfect positioning there. He didn't have to throw it at all. He got close enough to the net just to drop it in, but has he missed the bell? He certainly missed it on the first. Now, what is he going to do? Because it's a fast time. He's decided just to leave that bell alone and get straight on to the next obstacle, which he manages. No, he doesn't. He clipped that as well, so he's lost penalties on the last two obstacles. That's a shame, because this was a marvellous run for time. But unfortunately, things went badly wrong for young Francis further down the course, and he finished in a time of 2 minutes 4.28. This is Peter Buckley coming to the end of what for him has been a memorable season, and how well he'd like to finish it, John, on a high note.
Yeah, he's looking very weary there, and I think he's not had a good night's sleep, and he's feeling a bit draggy this morning, but he'll be back into it in a second. He just looks, oh, God, he pulled that down. I think he's back into it now, definitely. He's flying across there.
Now, let's see what he can do with the ball. The ball dropped into the water, but he's controlled it well. His aim not great, but again, no time wasted.
Yeah, but he picked up a 5. He hit that red pole there, and that they've been told they're not allowed to touch that target area, otherwise they're going to earn deep ball area. Gets the kite, though, now, very nicely on a downstream move, so now he's moving down. He's slowing up a bit. You can see it just looks a bit weary on his face, and he's been so aggressive. He was so aggressive in the heats, and he's been so aggressive all season. But he's coming round now. He's just steadying himself up. I think he's going for a nice steady run and trying to keep it as clear as possible.
Certainly more tentative than the previous run that we saw from Peter Francis, but he's managed to get the bell, which Francis failed now. How will he do in the roll? Oh, again, picked up 5 penalty points there, and just losing a little bit of control, slightly disorientated.
Yeah, he was a bit disorientated, and he came up. I mean, this water is so cold. He's coming down now. It's crucial, the angle they get on these limbos to get that left-hand breakout, the first part of the figure of 8, but he's doing very... Oh, and he just clipped that one, so he's having a bit of a problem now.
Coming now to this figure of 8, but he stopped beautifully there. That showed tremendous control, terrific strength, and a huge amount of technique. Now then, can he get round there without any problems? Yes, and he finishes in a time of 1 minute 39.48 and just 15 penalty points. This is Marian Strukul, the former Yugoslav champion. He's no stranger to paddles up. He was here in 1987, but John, I fancy he didn't have quite so many of those tricks to get over.
No, we've certainly developed paddles up into quite a big, exciting event with new obstacles every year, and this one he's coming up to now is the new one for this year, the really demanding one. He pulls that down really hard. The buzzer goes now. He's got to drive across, and if he's fast enough, he'll be there. Brilliantly done. Oh, now he's dropped his paddle, so he's having a bit of a problem now. And he's touching it, so he's having all sorts of problems. He's going upstream, he's going to throw at the target, and he's the first one to hit the target tremendously well, but he's wasted so much time, he won't be pleased. He's come high now to try and get his kite on a downward move, and you'll see him trying to not stop his boat at all as he approaches it. See, puts it in his teeth now, he's backward ferry gliding. Oh, and his back end gets stuck in the water there. Coming down, having to work very hard indeed, because he's offline slightly here now, but he's going to drive in, and I think he just hit that gate there as well, so he's picking up penalties as he comes down this course. He's got to try and stay clean, because the guys behind him are going to be pretty fast.
And in fact, he did collect more penalties and finished with a time of 1 minute 51.61 with 25 penalty points.
Here's a man who has designs on the trophy, Ian Wiley from Ireland, but he has a very hard time to beat. He can afford no mistakes. His accuracy must be absolutely right, and he's coming now through the gate. He's managed the first 2 obstacles, no problem at all.
Yeah, he's looking pretty confident actually as he came down there. He's not trying to go too fast, he's just trying to get it right, and he's pulled that down now, and he should be over before the ball arrives, just on the time it arrives now, and he's just moving up. As he goes up towards the ball, he'll throw this at the target, and Oh, and what? Oh, he looks really mad with himself there.
Well, having steadied himself, having got within range of it, to come up with that throw was certainly disappointing. But he's managed to pick up, he's got the kite in his mouth, he's managed to right himself, getting his confidence back. He comes now into this rough water, around the chicane.
This is really, really fast-flowing water there. Sometimes you can get the wrong impression, but it's throwing them around so much, and now he's got to get rid of that there. Does that very nicely as he moves over towards the bell. He's got the right angle, he's keeping his boat going downstream, hits the bell, and he's got to power on now down towards this roll gate.
This has caused problems. Oh, well, he got under it, and did he roll under it? Well, we'll have to think what the judges thought. He rather did a limbo in that, John, and then rolled afterwards.
Yeah, he was certainly clear on it. We've been told he was definitely clear, but he's very cautious. Good idea, actually, but he's clipped that first limbo now, and he's you can see the concentration on his face as he comes down here trying to get these clear. He's looking good there now, and he's got to get a tight left-hand breakout, which I would think Wiley will.
This is actually a marvellous run, despite his failure to miss with the target and getting that limbo clip. He's doing extremely well indeed, but the time is going on. He's through the finishing post at 1:43.87, but he has just 10 penalty points, so he takes the lead. This is the 24-year-old Dutchman, Michael Rice, definitely one of the surprise packages. He wasn't one of the favoured paddlers before the heat started, but he's certainly merited his place in this final.
Yeah, the first heat proved to be the toughest heat to be in, and he did really well to get in there. Pit Mark Delaney for second place by hundredths of a second, and he's here now to take this title. I know he's very, very confident indeed. He's been doing a bit of warming up and a bit of practicing on these manoeuvres, and now, oh, and he did so well there. I thought he'd done it, but now he's moving across. He's coming high again, so I would think he's going to try the downward move for the kite. Yes.
Wonderfully aggressive. He really is taking this course on. He fears nothing, and of course he knows he's got a very, very hard time to beat, and he's got a man in form right behind him. But we're seeing some magnificent displays of paddling here.
Yeah, you saw him lean to just avoid the pole there. That's doing very well, and he's setting himself up, going a bit fast, but he did very well there. And see him pull the boat there, so he hit the stop away right towards the bell. Now this is proving to be bigger problems, this roll gate, than we thought, but the water it's in is so fierce. Oh, and he's there. Oh, and he's clipped the roll gate. He won't be pleased at all there as he moves on down.
And I'm not awfully sure that if he did a roll. We've had a lot of problems there, but he's been given the roll, but not the fact that he clipped it, so that's 5 penalty points, and he's underneath the first limbo beautifully. He shakes his head. It's the water out of his ears, and the second. He's doing these quite supremely well.
Yeah, he's slightly wrong angle there, you see. Look, low breakout, very low breakout, because he was at the wrong angle, but he'll drive it up now. He's got to keep the front end down to go under that pole, and he's doing very well indeed.
He is. He doesn't have much time to spare, though. He can't afford another mistake. He's through the finish. He's finished in 1:38.12 and just 10 penalty points, so he's the new leader. And that time of Michael Rice is the time for this man, the last of Melvin Jones. That's the time he has to beat. Can he do it, John?
Well, he was brilliant in the heats, and now he's going pretty steady. You can see him puffing and panting, but that's concentration on Melvin's face. He knows this water like the back of his hand, so he shouldn't really have many problems with controlling it on the water. Pulls that down now, a bit of support on the back there. There's a lot of Brits here supporting the British paddlers. Comes down now, he's going to go up. I know he wants to do the course clear. Oh, he's having, aggression. Jones hits the target, he's clear up to now.
Terrific for him. I thought he lost a little bit of time getting across, but in fact he righted that, and he was across so quickly once he got into his stride, and he's now picked up the kite, heading now down for the chicane and going very well.
Yeah, this is a section that Melvin shouldn't have any real problems with, because it's basically slalom style gates, but paddling with a kite in your mouth is a bit more difficult than they would normally on a slalom course. Comes now to the deposit, doing well. Oh, he caught his paddle on that there, so he's slightly out of position here. Guts the bell now. Can he do the roll gate clean?
Well, this has caused the problems before, but he's done that, has he? Did he just clip that? I think he just clipped that, so he, like so many others, 5 penalty points there, but going extremely well. Yeah,
clearing his head there as he comes down to the limbos. Oh, see Melvin's technique there. He lets go of the paddle, and the others don't quite realise how he does it. It's tremendous confidence to let go of your paddle on those manoeuvres. Oh, but he's incredibly low there, but look at the speed. He turned that, he angled his boat and shot it round.
It's the speed of his recovery on at least 3 occasions on this run. It's been really quite remarkable. He's coming up now. This is going to be a good time. Oh, he clipped the final hurdle. 1:40.11 and 10 penalty points. So that marvellous run by Michael Rice proving unbeatable. This is the halfway position. Rice in the lead, 1 minute 48.12 from Melvin Jones, 1 minute 50.11. Ian Wiley, 1:53.87. Peter Buckley, 1:54.48. Peter Francis, 2 minutes 4.28. Marion Strukel, 2:16.61. Anne Boixell, 2:35.15. And Rachel Fox, 2:48.98. So now we go straight to the second half, where Rachel Fox has already gone down in a combined time of 4 minutes 48.15. And we now join Anne Boixell, who's already got 5 penalty points.
Yeah, she leant back there on the boat, and she's getting caught on this side of the river, so she's having a few problems now. See the speed and the force of this water throwing them down as she comes down now to pass her paddles through. She does that very well indeed now. She'll put a bit of speed on, but try and keep it as calm as possible as she comes to this reverse tunnel.
Well, she looks as if she's got herself very well together, but this is an extremely difficult manoeuvre for K1 paddlers. She's made a bit of a hash of it, but the time is not bad. The paddle goes up, and she finishes in a time of 4 minutes 4.90 plus 10 penalty points, so she is the ladies' champion. This is Marian Strukel from Yugoslavia, but John, he really is going to have to go some if he's going to catch up with the leaders.
Yeah, he has the ability to really turn the speed on down here, but he's got his work cut out. He's broke out to come across and try and avoid the stopper, but in doing that he's collected a 5-second penalty, so he won't be pleased there at all. He's going to have to really put the power on as he comes down this flat stretch, and you can see the concentration and aggression on his face as he's coming down towards the pirouette. He'll be looking for a one move here.
This is where he's got to make up for his disappointing start. He comes round to this pirouette, which has proved so difficult. He got the ball, but not with the part of the boat that's required. It was with his back. The question now is whether he's going to waste any more time. He's decided not to, quite rightly. And it all ended in disappointment for Strukel. He finished in a time of 4 minutes 2.12. This is Peter Francis, the first of our juniors. He may struggle to catch the seniors, but I think, John, that pride will dictate that he finishes as top junior.
Yeah, he'll certainly be trying to beat Pete Buckley, and he comes down very... Oh, and he's got caught in that stopper there. It's pulling him down, so he's losing time. So Peter now, I think you'll see him burn down this stretch. He'll really be going, and he'll try and do the pirouette on a one-move stroke.
Well, that'll be interesting. This is, of course, where they can pick up. There he is, driving towards this pirouette. The determination there, you can see, such an aggressive young paddler. Now, he's not going to try it head on, as you thought, but he's not going to try it at all, in fact. Again, it's proving just beyond him. He swipes away at the bell, no problem with that. And, oh, comes down too far. He's got a lot of room, a lot of space to make up here. Yeah,
he was very low in that eddy. You won't be pleased with that, but it was a good idea on the bell that he was going past it and just swung his paddle back. Let's see how aggressive now. Knowing Peter, he's going to really smack these balloons one. There you go. And now he's driving off. Oh, and he's caught in the all in the fittings there. He's having real trouble. He'll be really mad with himself when he gets to the finish.
And mad he really was, very nearly demolishing the course in a total time of 3:39.79. So young Peter Francis in the lead at the moment, but only 6 seconds separate the last four, and this is Peter Buckley, a tremendous young prospect.
Yeah, Peter coming down, he's oh, and he's clipped a gate there, so he's in trouble already, and he's going to have to motor down. I know he's desperate to beat Peter Francis in this final, and you can see the aggression on his face now. He's burning down his course, the paddle rate moving, really looking angry, and Peter's beat some of these top paddlers before in the competitions this year, so he's hit the bottom there, so that's his attempt at that, so he's already moving down to the bell. He's picked up the 5 on the pirouette, but he's going to go very high, I would think, in here. Yeah, Peter there, very good indeed now as he drives back across to get this downstream gate.
Very good time indeed, and he's coming up now to the 2 balloons. Oh, well, no doubt about that, and he's managed to get himself into a pretty reasonable position now to get across for the next gate.
Yeah, coming down towards the fall. He's got to drive now. He's got to angle the boat, and did that very well indeed. Angled the boat just to bring it straight up through the stopper. Comes down, steadies himself. This is a very good run indeed here, Chris. He's coming down just over 3 minutes running time now. Oh, and he's wasting time. He's approaching the tunnel in a different angle.
And just fractions of seconds are what's going to count here, and he is wasting seconds at the moment because he's got to get his boat into position. He's managed to get through that, has he? Yes, he's through without penalty. Seconds are going, he's got the paddle over, he's not very happy with himself, but he's finished in a time of 3 minutes 19.80 and just 10 penalty points, so he goes into the lead. It's all so tight at the top now, as the next down this course is the Irishman Ian Wiley.
Takes the target there, aggression on his face as he comes down. He's low into that, but very nice. Oh, and he's being held by the stopper. Wiley's going to be furious here now as he pulls through. He should really start burning down this course. There's so little time between these top paddlers. He can't afford to make mistakes, and he'll be trying to keep it as clean as possible.
Yes, we're just talking really about one penalty being the difference separating the top 4 paddlers. So mistakes have got to be kept to a minimum. Time is of the essence, and what's he going to do with this? He's not alone in finding difficulty with the pirouette, but he's got the pirouette. Although he's wasting a lot of time, he's got into the wrong position, he's backed away there, and that's a lot of time gone.
Yeah, he won't be pleased with that, but he's done that now, and he'll want a high breakout here. Very good breakout indeed there, Ian. One stroke round him. He's high on that cross now, so he'll be coming down, and he'll try. He was trying to do a forward move there, missed it slightly, so he's got to take the balloons out. He's not going to be in the right position. He's in all sorts of problems here.
And his problems continued. He finished in a time of 3:31.02. So Peter Buckley's the time to beat, and only 2 men can beat the junior. This is one of them, Melvin Jones.
Yeah, Melvin coming down now. Did the target faster than the chicane, but stuck in the stopper. Oh, and he's hit it now, so he's picked up a 5-second penalty. He looked back and disgusted at that pole there, as if it was the pole's fault. He's driving down now to this pirouette, and it's crucial that he gets this, Chris.
Well, he's got to make up time now. He can't afford any more mistakes, and this is one of the hardest of all obstacles, the pirouette. Oh, he's not going to get it, is he? No, he just missed it. Is he going to waste more time? Yes, he's decided to waste more time, and it was probably to his advantage. He's got the bell, but he can't afford to make any mistakes now.
Oh, and now he's caught in that stopper there. Now he's having to drive up. He'll come across. He'll try and do a downstream move here. Keep the back. Oh, excellent move there by Melvin. He's taking the balloons now. He needs to be moving on. He'll know what time he has to beat, but he needs to be moving on.
Well, he's coming in now through the gate and through this very rough water. The next obstacle is the tyre, which he can probably do very quickly indeed with his expertise. He's managed, but once again not in the perfect position, so valuable fractions of seconds ticking away. The time's going. He's got those penalty points, remember, as well, and he's not in a good position for this. Oh, is it going beyond him? He's certainly not in position at the moment. Oh, he's done that very well, though. He's got round beautifully. Now, get yourself into position. It's over. He's finished in a time of 3 minutes 16.97, just 5 penalty points, so Melvin Jones goes into the lead. This is the surprise package of the competition. The Dutchman Michael Rice, and the only man now who can stop Melvin Jones, and he's made a good start.
Yeah, very fast there. What's he going to do on the chicane? Oh, he's got stuck, but he's very quick, and remember, Melvin picked up a penalty there, so he's moving down here, Michael is, and he's clear at the moment. You can see the grit determination on his face, good paddling stroke there, good technique as he's coming down, concentrating. He knows he needs to get this pirouette. He'll have been told what Melvin's done, so... Oh, yes, he's done it. This could be really close, Chris.
This is tremendous so far. What strength he's got. Did he miss the bell? I think he may. No, he just got the clip, we're told, and he's broken out high. That's good. He's got a little bit of time just to catch up there, but he's done that well, straight through, and on now to the balloons.
So now, oh, he's got both balloons, so he's doing really well indeed.
And in good position once more. He's going across to the gate. This is a superb run.
Very nice through there. Oh, he's caught in the stopper. He's always going to be in trouble here if he doesn't get himself sorted out. He's having to reverse very glide where his boat's angled, and now he's going to pass his paddle through. Does he know which way to go? Now, no one has cleared this tunnel going this way, Chris, so it's going to be very close indeed.
Well, he's keeping his cool. He's managing to right the boat whenever he has a fault, but he certainly hasn't got through the sheer frustration. He nearly broke the tunnel. He's got the paddle up and over. He's finished though in a time of 3 minutes 11.20, and he has 10 penalty points, so he's the winner. So by the narrowest of margins, just 3/4 of a second, Michael Rice is the new paddles up champion in a time of 3 minutes 21.20 from Melvin Jones, 3:21.97. Peter Buckley, 3:29.80. Ian Wiley, 3:31.02. Peter Francis, 3:39.79. Marion Strukel, 4 minutes 2.12. Anne Boixell, 4:14.90, the ladies' champion, and Rachel Fox, 4:48.15.
so we come to the conclusion of this year's Paddles Up. It's certainly the most exciting finish that I can remember, but despite the valiant efforts of the British paddlers, the main prizes went overseas. The new ladies' champion is from France, Anne Boixel, and here to make the presentation is the sponsorship controller of Norwich Union, Andrew Harriman. Now to the new Paddles Up champion, also from overseas, Michael Rice from Holland. And so that brings us to an end of this series of Paddles Up from the River Truellen here at Bala. I hope you'll join us again for the next series.
In 5 minutes, Michael Redgrave, Michael Dennison and Joan Greenwood star alongside Edith Evans, who utters the immortal line in a handbag in Oscar Wilde's classic comedy, The Importance of Being Earnest. Now, with the time coming up to 11 o'clock, here's the news on BBC One with Lynette Lithgow.
The news at 11 o'clock. European Community foreign ministers are gathering in Luxembourg for an emergency summit on the Gulf crisis. They'll consider making their own contact with Iraq in an effort to avoid war. But the American Secretary of State, James Baker, has said he's becoming less optimistic about the chances of a peaceful settlement. He said force will probably be used unless Iraq withdraws from Kuwait before the UN deadline expires in 11 days' time.
The Americans are still waiting for a response from Baghdad to their latest offer of talks. Mr. Baker said he hoped the reply would be positive because it was the final offer the United States would make. And the prospect of the talks has made a European initiative more likely. EC foreign ministers will be meeting in Luxembourg this afternoon to discuss the possibility of making their own contact with the Iraqi foreign minister.
Time is running out, and that we would urge Iraq and make an urgent appeal to Iraq not to wait any longer, but really now to start complying with the Security Council resolutions, because one cannot see what other solution then will be possible than indeed using force.
One note of optimism has been sounded by the Libyan leader, Colonel Gaddafi. After a summit with other Arab leaders, he said he expected Saddam Hussein to pull out of Kuwait at the last minute.
6 Iraqi diplomats expelled from Britain have left for Baghdad on a flight from Heathrow. They're among 75 Iraqis being deported for security reasons.
The Iraqi diplomats who left this morning were the consul, first secretary, 3 press officials and the cultural attaché. They were seen off by the Iraqi ambassador. In all, 8 embassy staff were ordered out of the country, but 2 of these were already back in Baghdad when the expulsions were announced yesterday. Most of the families of the diplomats also left this morning, although some will be travelling on later. Also returning to Baghdad shortly will be 67 other Iraqis, mostly students, who the Home Office regards as a potential threat to national security. They have 6 more days to leave.
An Arab bus driver has been shot dead in Israel after his bus crashed into 2 cars, killing an Israeli woman. The incident happened just north of the Israeli-occupied Gaza Strip. It immediately sparked off clashes between Palestinians and Israeli soldiers in a nearby refugee camp. The new Prime Minister of Lebanon has said that securing the release of Western hostages is a top priority for his government. Omar Karami said it was the government's duty to restore freedom to the hostages. 3 Britons, Terry Waite, Jackie Mann and John McCarthy, are amongst the 12 Westerners still held captive in Lebanon. At least 17 people have been killed in South Africa in renewed outbreaks of intercommunal violence. 8 men were killed when an armed gang attacked a village in Natal province. The bodies of a man and a 7-year-old girl were found in Takosa township near Johannesburg. Hundreds of people have been killed there in the past few months in clashes between rival black groups. That's all for now. The next news is the 1 o'clock news.
And the main stories from the Look North newsroom. A man has died after being struck by a train as he ran across a railway line in Sheffield. The accident happened near Brightside Lane. The dead man's been named as 42-year-old David Hyde. He was hit by a Cleethorpes to Sheffield train. Around 700 people attended a protest meeting in Normanton near Wakefield last night to campaign against the siting of the Channel Tunnel rail terminal near their homes. Protesters are concerned that the depot would swamp the town. The Education Secretary, Kenneth Clarke, is speaking in Leeds today. He's addressing the North of England Education Conference at Leeds University. It's the final day of the three-day conference looking at educational opportunity in the 1990s. York City Football Club is to seek a compromise deal with the North Yorkshire Police over the cost of policing at their Bootham Crescent ground. The club has won an appeal at York Magistrates Court against a plan to double the cost of police cover at the ground. Those are the headlines. Hope you can join me for the full news at 5 to 1 today here on BBC One. Quick look at the weather forecast for our part of the world. Showers this morning with some strong and gusty winds. Dry and sunny this afternoon. Top temperatures reaching 7 degrees Celsius. That's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the national picture from John Kettley.
Hello. Well, the mild weather over in central parts of Europe at the moment is certainly causing problems with melting snow in the Alps. And this morning there's some rather troublesome fog in the alpine valleys of Austria, which is probably going to stick all day long. But certainly the wind is the major feature of the weather for the weekend. Very stormy winds indeed coming across many parts of Europe. They'll be into the west of the British Isles later on tonight, and those stormy winds spreading across other parts in the next 24 or 48 hours. Plenty of driving rain as well connected to that wind, making it particularly unpleasant. Well, at the moment on the satellite picture we can see a thick ribbon of cloud lying down through Germany and France and down into eastern parts of Spain, giving some fairly persistent rain this morning. But on the left-hand side of your picture you can also see tonight's trouble. Well, giving some more detail then, that fog lingering in the alpine valleys, further outbreaks of rain running across central parts of Europe into Poland. To the north of that, as it turns colder, it turns much more to snow. Some quite heavy snow still falling up in northwestern parts of the Soviet Union and also over Finland and northern Sweden. Elsewhere over much of Europe, though, it's a bright and blustery picture of sunshine and showers, with the showers of hail and sleet over many of the northern parts. Heading down into the Mediterranean, though, if you are thinking of going away, well, it's not too bad at all. There are one or two showers scattered around. For many places, it's reasonably warm, and there's a good deal of sunshine as well. Those are typical temperatures at the moment, around about 15 to 17 degrees. But in the alpine valleys, as I just mentioned before, it could well stay rather foggy with further frost throughout the day. And that's it from me for now.
May to December continues, and Zoe's getting the 3rd degree.
Has he asked you yet? Ask me what? If Cliff Richards had a facelift, what do you think?
Gosh. Will Alec take the hint?
I remember when she started coming round to the house. I said then, that little girl will have our Alec's heart. Now we're just waiting for you to name the day.
And what's Simone's tactic?
How can you come round here and tell me to fall out of love with your dad? I haven't. Yes, you have. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. No, I haven't. Yes, you... Well, what have you come here for, then? To tell you to marry him. See?
May to December, Monday at 8 on 1.
Now on One, Michael Redgrave and Michael Dennison star as the wealthy and frivolous bachelors Jack and Algernon, and Edith Evans as Lady Bracknell in the classic film version of Oscar Wilde's comedy, The Importance of Being Earnest.
The importance of being earnest. Boom, boom.